Hey everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am back from Gen Con and boy, you can hear it in my voice. I'm tired. My voice is going to be a mess for a while, so please forgive me. But yes, I am back. Let's see what we got in chat. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Yogi, hello. I don't want to know how he carries all the loot so fast. Then I remember he's 9 feet tall. I am 4'2". Who are you gonna believe? Everybody else's eyes or me? I mean, I'm just saying. Who are you gonna believe? Alexis, hey, thank you so much for becoming a member. Make sure to join the Discord. We are few, but we are insane. So welcome, thank you. Mark, I could be a mimic. You know what? I am a mimic. Y'all did not know that. See, this is what I'm gonna have in my face right now from now on. Oh, do I have it open? Hello. Welcome to another round of Canje plays. That's how tired I am. I'm ridiculous. So, hello. 9 foot Chris, what's up, man? 9 foot tall minimum confirmed. Hello. Yes, I am standing up. You didn't know Pac-Man was there the whole time. He just tanned his legs so he can match the face. Can't we see the hall? Hey, Adam, what's going on? Mike, Loot. Jess, what's going on? That's funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, welcome. I have to say it was a lot of fun being able to play board games with other people. I have got to find a gaming group around here somewhere. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Frederick, hello. Steph, hi. Matt, what's going on? Brian, hello. Elaine, hello. How's it going? Now we can't say you're unhinged. So, welcome. Okay. So let's set the boundaries. You know, you always got to set up the expectations before you begin the stream. We are just showing the loot today, right? I'm excited to show you what I got from Gen Con. We're talking about when you want to talk about what happened to Gen Con, that's going to be Saturday over on opGuild on the co-op chat. It'll be a nice group of people there to talk about Gen Con and all the things there. So Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern will be the here is everything that went on in a full big blown out recap with some special guests. Today will be loot. That's why it's titled Loot, not but loot. Must be a big chest of loot. Share the hall. Yep, I will. So before I begin, thank you to my patrons, subscribers, and if you're neither just coming in to hang out, thank you, welcome as well. Please excuse my voice. I talked a lot during the stream. I know I talk a lot. I mean, during Gen Con. I know I talk a lot when I stream, but Gen Con I talked a lot, so my voice is a little rasp. So let's go ahead, get down to the table. Loot you did not pay for, or do you include loot that was not free? Actually, Frederick, I paid for all but one piece of loot. I did not get, when I went there, it wasn't, hey, I'm Derek from Canje Studios, you know, do you have a demo that you can give me? It was more, that looks cool, I'll buy that. But there's one piece of loot that we'll talk about that I did not pay for, and I will show what that is. But yes, I paid for almost all my loot. No, it's not Gen Con crud. It wasn't the Gen Con crud. It was Baron actually brought like these horse-sized tablets of vitamin C, and he made me take like 2 every day. They taste like butt, but I was fine, and I don't feel sick at all. It's just raspy throat. Hey Gunner, what's going on? Hello. Yeah, I struggle and I talked about this with them as well. I struggle with saying, "Hey, I'm a content creator," because I don't know. Maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome creeping in. I'm like, y'all don't know who I am. I don't know. Anyway, y'all came to see loot. Let's get down to the table. We can talk more about that stuff. Down table. Okay. Whoa, that's blurry. Yeah, that's blurry. It'll solidify itself once I get the cam up. I've been there. I've been your shill. That's usually Stacy, but she was busy this year. So, but yeah. Oh my God, aren't you Derek from Canje Studio? Don't you know who this is? Yeah. So, okay. Where do we begin? My God. I guess let's begin at the beginning. So I'm a huge fan of. I don't need to build narrative. I just need to show y'all stuff, right? I'm a huge fan of Frostpunk and Nemesis. So I kind of like that game. Well, Born Dice made two games that were Frostpunk. Ooh, will the zoom work on how small this is? That's what she said. All right, so the Board and Dice created two escape room games. Last year they did Nemesis, and this year they did Frostpunk, and they're called side quests, but they're basically escape room games for 1 to 4 player. Plays about 60 to 90 minutes for each of them, and it's your job is to get into the box, not out of it. So you have to basically set up this box and solve riddles around it, going around the board while you're watching for the monsters to not eat your face. And I have not fully seen this one yet, but that's kind of the way to play these through. it was, but they felt like Brian. It felt like, you know, I never want to feel like I'm kind of hanging on the shirt tails, as a, make my own way type of deal. So I just was like, hey, I'm Derek. That's it. Actually, what's funny enough is I've been told I'm on 2 other content creators' videos, just kind of passing by or speaking to them. And on both, I think on one of them, I just say, hey, I'm Derek. That's it. Just a normal guy. These are promos for the Frostpunk side quests. Reflected glory. I'm okay with that. But these are for the Frostpunk side quests. This thing basically is an escape room in a box. The complexity levels here, so it's not the hardest difficulty, but it's pretty hard, as Frostpunk is. And your job is to just kind of solve all the riddles while going around the box. And I believe, I know for the Nemesis one, you want to get in it. So I believe this is still the same where you have it inside the box. But you have to solve all the clues to solve the problem that's going on here. So it says you signed up for this mission knowing that many have failed before. You're leading what? the what? Umpteenth group of scouts in search of a place to call home. Each day is the same out there, white snows and unbearable cold, but it's the grim and desperate faces of your team that keep you from sleeping. After, I guess that means dying, after who knows how many long trekking snows, you finally spot something in the distance, an abandoned generator. You're almost out of provisions, almost out of time. You have 6 days to make this ruin inhabitable before you have to turn back and report on what you've accomplished. Will this be yet another false light on the horizon or a new beginning for your people? So this is Side Quest Frostpunk. Is a new exciting puzzle game from the authors of Escape Tales series. So if you know about the Escape Tales series, you kind of get what's happening here. If not, it's an escape room style game. Set in the immersive world of Frostpunk, the globally acclaimed video game from 11-bit. It provides players with engaging puzzles and interesting storylines and difficult positions. The game tests your creativity, perceptiveness, and ability to think outside the box to join the expedition to ensure that you don't blah 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 die. Let's me grab. I'm pulling out sharp objects now. So sharp objects. I need an adult. So we'll pop this open real quick. Oh yeah. So pop that bad boy open. And let's see. God, give it. I think I'm supposed. Do you think I start here? I don't know yet. Nothing's really telling me different. This game has no rule book. Oh, my type of game. But it says start here. To start the game, make sure all cards in the deck are in ascending order, following the numbers in the top right corner of the card. Then start reading the welcome card and follow the instruction sheet. So as soon as you open the box, the game begins, and you have to set everything up. I'm not going to take too much out of order here. There's cards that say stop on them for revealing stuff. There is cubes that you'll get to. This sounds like me just being like, hey, I don't know what this thing does. There's things. Anyway, the cards are going to help you along with the storyline, so let me act like I know something. The cards are going to help you along as you go through your journey. It will give you clues, as well as it's going to be artifacts that help you set up the board and get everything going. So it's just kind of the welcome and the full story of how you're going to play through the game. These boards are punch-out boards that are going to determine, as you build around the box and build things up, how you'll set up the generator, the different monsters like the automatons or the people that you have, I say monsters, but helpful things. Fire and flame for things to kill you and hurt you. Lovely track of death that you will have to deal with. And some clues of things that you'll have to go through, as well as, I don't want to spoil this for anybody, but as well as what's there. So I don't want to spoil too much of this for people who bought this game. It's all ruined. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much for people who are going to be who are interested in this game, so I don't want to open it too much. I'm just going to show you the components real quick. This one I did play at UK Games Expo. I played with Cynthia because there were math questions on there, and you all know how I am with math. So Cynthia is the teacher, and she helped, but it also has the same type of premise. Start here. And I don't want to spoil too much of this. I know what these things are. I just don't want to spoil too much of this game for y'all. But these are specific challenges that you're going to face as you go around. More challenges. Oh, yeah, that's more challenges. And then the cards themselves, which will lead you through the narrative that you can build out. So, once again, don't want to spoil too much for people who are going to get in there. No dice. No, there's no dice, but there's math. So, that's equivalent to dice, Yogi. I mean, Brian. So, these were the two that I picked up. I like the theme that they're going with the different IPs. So, Waking Realms, Nemesis, and Frostpunk. Since this is 60 to 90 minutes, I do plan to play at least one of these on the channel and one off. So I think it'll be kind of what you all determine which one you prefer to see. If you prefer to see Nemesis, I'll do that one and then I'll play this one off stream. Or if you prefer to see Frostpunk, I'll do that and play this one on stream. So I'll probably put up a poll in the community chat. You tell me which one and we'll set it up to see what that looks like. So, first loop. Next up is Freelancers. So this is a Crossroads game by Plat Hat Game. What do I mean when I say Crossroad games? The only game that I have that is a Crossroads game from Plat Hat is Dead of Winter. It's the only one I've ever played. But there are two other games that they've brought out. Freelancers is one of them. And the other one is, it's like a water-based one. It's like Deep Water, I think is what it's called. Don't tempt me with a good time. But it's a water-based one. Anyway, Freelancers came out, and the reason why I went on and grabbed this game is because I got to demo the upcoming game by Plat Hat called Wandering Galaxy. It is super cool. I like it. I liked it a lot from what I saw. There was one thing that I think Colin and I agreed on that we were like, Forgotten Waters, thank you, Forgotten Waters. There's one thing Colin and I agree on about Wandering Galaxy that we were like, we wish it had this, but it's not a deal breaker. We'll talk about that on Saturday. But because I've got to play that one and I really, really liked it, Colin said he had this game and he was like, this is post-apocalyptic and it has the same exact theme of Wandering Galaxy. So I was like, sold. So I asked Jen from GenCon Plays Games, because she went into the hall on Saturday since we were running the game event, and I asked her to grab me a copy, and she was able to send me a copy of Freelancers. So how this game is played, from what I understand, is the story is told through an app narration. So if you don't like apps, you're probably going to bounce off this game. But I don't mind it because it gets rid of the crossroad cards, but that doesn't bother. The crossroad cards never bothered me, but it gets rid of the crossroad cards and basically puts them into an app. From what I understand, this is a post-apocalyptic kind of journey-based game. Drew, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. So, but it's a post-apocalyptic based game. And right here, if you can see, your characters will do these specific actions. Sometimes there are actions that only one character can do. Sometimes there's actions that multiple characters can do. But once you do those actions, you then take on the story, and you go to the map and you move around the map to different areas. So kind of like an open world game with a goal that you have, right? For Wandering Galaxy, the goal is buying your ship. For this one, once I heard that it's kind of open world and you get to do side missions and things, it really interested me. So I went ahead and picked this one up. This I do plan to play on the channel. Wandering Galaxies is by Jerry Hawthorne, who also did Mice and Mystics, Aftermath, and oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I really liked it. When I demoed it, the lady who did our demo, she was amazing and very funny. She made us laugh a lot. But when we played it, it was just fun. I never felt there was a lot to manage, but what was really cool is that all the boards can get pushed to, so each character will take on a different responsibility on the ship, but what you can do is put all the boards together to make one board for a solo base game, which I think you still have to play with 2 players, I think, but you could do that and it'll work out. It is soloable, and I believe this is of the same mind as well, where you'll just take on more responsibilities instead of the responsibility being doled out, and I think that's okay. I can handle that. Derek, curious why you decided to pick up a game at GenCon where you're paying a premium for a game that's been available for almost a year. I don't think this was at a premium though. Like, I didn't buy this and it was $50. It was the same price that you can buy on their website. You just bought it there. So it wasn't at a premium, I guess is a better way to say it. I could have ordered it to go, but I wanted to grab it. I don't know. But you got a good point. I mean, you could order it online. A lot of people were saying, hey, they'll order this stuff online when they get home and it's not going to be a big deal. But it wasn't a premium price, I guess. Yeah, I didn't pay over MSRP. I just paid the cost of the game and picked it up. It was more, do I want to pay it and then have it shipped to my house, or do I want to pay it, pick it up, and take it with me? And since I was driving and I was like, oh, this is cool, I picked it up. Adam. Oh, this is probably going to pop up in a second, but thank you so much for the super chat. Here's to building the funds for next year's haul. Thank you. Mike, lunchtime with Derek is a win any day. Thank you. The company makes way more money this way. That's right, it does go, and the money does go directly to the company. That is correct. Oh, I don't know. Derek just wanted it to bring home from GenCon. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. But it's just showing that, and there they come. But location book, and then we have just the cards that will go with the story of the game, as well as abilities that we get to have. So I don't know. I feel like if the devs are there and you can support the company, why not? You're right. I could have bought it at my favorite local game store, but this is what I wanted to do. What's the big deal, right? It's not a big rush. What else did we get? I've heard great things about this game. Almost picked it up a few times to play with my kids. Yeah, it might be a pretty good one. I started ordering more direct from publishers. I may play slightly more, but I want the companies to do better. Yeah, and Plaid Hat's actually been pretty decent, so I don't mind. Yeah, when I go to cons, I always want to bring some loot back. Exactly. So, you know me, right? Y'all know that I am a Marvel. Well, if you haven't heard, I like this game called Marvel United. I don't know if you've heard of it, right? Marvel United, and I've done probably like 1 or 2 playthroughs on the channel. So Chris and I were walking around, and I stopped over at Asmodee's booth, and I saw something says Marvel United Multiverse. What's a Marvel? Exactly. It's a very niche game. No one knows about it, right? But I stopped over to Asmodee's booth, and I saw on their list that it says Marvel United Multiverse, and I was like, wait, what? No, are they selling the promos over here too, as well as the Spin Masters booth? So I went up there, and because my copy hasn't arrived yet, I bought Marvel United Multiverse. So I picked this up. This is just the core box, and Steve and I have played all the villains in this one. So we did get a chance to play the villains in this. So it was fun. Yes, only 100, 200, 100 or 200 times. Yeah, just a little. I played it just. Is Marvel United any good? Well, no, I don't have 2 copies. So my all-in mega gigantic super insane box has not arrived yet. I'm on the East Coast, so I'm not going to be getting it until the end of August, maybe September. And I wanted to play it. FOMO, right? Because that's how I live. Pumpkin, if you know nothing else about me, know that the FOMO monster lives in my house. Okay, so Brian, thank you so much. More money for GenCon crowdfunding. Thank you. So we got the Multiverse pledge. It's just the Multiverse core box that's here. As you can see, some of the stuff is punched out. So that we could play it, and then we could start playing it on the channel to get these before the big pledge arrives, and then we start over. The big thing is that when that does arrive, I will be giving this copy away. So just keep that in mind. I will be giving this copy away. I do not sell Marvel. Everyone should be allowed to enjoy the beauty that is Marvel, and I will be giving away this copy. With that, I picked up The Witching Hour. So on the Dice Tower GenCon for first day opening video, you may see me in there at a canter. I did not run. I did not trot. I cantered to the Spin Masters booth to grab Witching Hour. So I was not number 2. So what ended up happening, there's a couple, there's a lot to talk about GenCon. I don't want to talk about too much. The one thing I'll say is I think what ends up happening is on the opening day of this stuff, the people who are setting up in the hall, the vendors, they will have their friends stay here, and then they'll go stand in line to be first, even before the doors open, which is kind of crappy, but it's their prerogative. So they went and they stood there was a already long line, but it was all of vendors standing in to pick up this. And so I was still able to secure a copy, but that's how it worked. I don't know if that's okay. I don't know. I have thoughts on it, but I'll talk about it on Saturday. But I was in line to at least pick up my Witching Hour, where so the Witching Hour is basically a repackaging of the previous promos of Deadpool, Grey Hulk, Juggernaut, and Mr. Sinister, but they added a villain and then an anti-hero. They added Agatha Harkness and Scarlet Witch. What was funny, and Chris pointed this out, because I'm going to open this so y'all can see this. Yeah, Spin Masters. Hey, Steve, what's going on? Running over a woman and children. No, I wouldn't do that. But what's funny about this is they're playtesting on this. Let me see if I could get this. And Chris, you pointed this out, which I found hilarious. This one. How much did they playtest this? It says the Scarlet Witch. Her name is the Scarlet Witch, but heroes can damage the Scarlet Witch using heroic tokens. So yeah, that is yeah. That's a thing. The Scarlet Witch. So we have her, Scarlet Quinn, Agatha Harkness, those villains that you can fight and play against, which we will. We've got the Darkhold. We've got their Master Plan cards, and then we have the Darkhold card, which is Darkhold. Use on your turn, reveal the top card of any deck, then turn this face down. And when you turn it face down, recharge. At the beginning of your turn, discard one civilian or thug from your corresponding mission. From the mission. if not yet completed, to turn this face up. So this is a nice little push and pull on it. Nice little push and pull. So not too bad. And people got miniatures this time. So a Juggernaut miniature, if you already have one from the previous seasons, you're fine. A Grey Hulk miniature, and notice that it's gray. A Deadpool miniature, once again, that you can paint for. Another Mr. Sinister miniature, the Scarlet Witch, and Agatha. Let me pop this. We're here to open up stuff, right? That's the whole purpose of loot, just to open loot. And not cut myself. Come on, come on, come on. Give it, give it. There we go. Thank you. There we go. So, let's see what we can show. You can see what Agatha looks like. So this is her. She's got a cat with her right there in her hand. I don't know if you can see. And then she's holding up a ball of energy. And she's there. So it's a pretty nice mini. Oh my god. Thank you, Brian. Adding to next year's GenCon fund or any other gaming expo you want to go to. Thank you so much. We have Scarlet Witch. So this is a more that we'll be taking on her. Instead of, if you have the other game, it's her and Quicksilver. She's not a villain by herself, but now she's a villain by herself. So I will be adding these to the collection. And then she has a starting master plan card, and Agatha can be a hero as well as a villain. So, and then they reprinted all these other cards are the reprinted for Sinister and all these that are here. So, yeah. I kind of sort of picked those up. But I was able to get one Witching Hour. The line was stupid. I was not able to get I would love to have gotten 3 of these so I could do giveaways of these, but it was the line was insane. It was dumb. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll only be able to get 1 of these. And you'll see playthroughs of these coming up on the channel as well. So between Steve and I, Steve, Kim, and I, you're gonna see a lot of Marvel United in the upcoming days. But I was also able to secure the Symbiote decks. Now, I was able to secure 1 for myself, and then I've got 2. These 2 are going to be giveaways, both of them. So I'll be doing giveaways. Let me move this out the way when I say giveaway, because people are going to say, you had the Witching Hour. I'm not giving that away. These are going to be up for giveaway basically when my multiverse full pledge comes in. So I'll be giving away this and both of these Symbiote decks. Yes, free for people, and we can take a look at these. So the Symbiote deck says all 4 Symbiote cards may be shuffled together to form a hybrid, a new playable Symbiote hero. Use any available Symbiote game pieces. So when played as a hybrid, ignore rules that instruct you to remove double wild cards from your deck, such as when playing it as main hero. So basically, these are cards that can get shuffled into any hero. Well, some of these cards can get shuffled. 1 of these symbiotes can get shuffled into any hero deck and played. Or, because there are 12 of them, you can play all of them as just one deck, playing all the symbiotes fighting. Pets. I don't even want to call them that. They're a new deck and a new feature that you can add to your game and to your character decks to add things in, and here are the instructions on how to add them. They're not whatever that horrible set of things are. There's Agony. Acid Generation. During the next villain turn, if a villain or henchman deals damage to you, deal them one unpreventable damage back. So, pretty decent. Her next card is Chemical Absorption. During the next villain turn, if you are the target of a BAM effect, gain a wild token and ignore the first damage they would deal you. Not bad. We've got her last card, because there's 3, since there's 4 of them, there's 3 cards each. 4 times 3 is 12. Symbiote regeneration. During the next villain turn, if you're forced to discard the last card in your hand, draw one card first. We've got Lasher. Whip like tendrils. Turn face down another Lasher card in the storyline to move 2. So he gets to do extra stuff. He's got attach a stun token to a villain or henchman in your location. Next villain turn, their ban is canceled, and the token is discarded, which is what stun tokens do. And then his last card is Symbiote Enhancement. In an adjacent location, if punch an adjacent location. If you do, you must play your next card randomly. Steve, I don't like you, Steve. Phage. We've got Phage. Do some good with the symbiotes. Turn face down another Phage cards in the storyline to perform 2 heroic actions. So it's like 3 heroic actions that you can potentially do, but it's Phage card dependent. Symbiote Blades. Punch. All damage you deal this turn is unpreventable. And Symbiote Enhancement. Punch. If you do, you must play randomly. And then finally, we've got Riot. So if you watch the awful Venom movie, you know who Riot is. Symbiote Hammer. Turn face down another Riot card in the storyline to perform 2 punches, and then punch. We've got Furious Charge. Move. This turn you may treat move symbols as punch symbols. And then move again. And then finally, punch. If you do, you must play your next card randomly. So, yeah, they basically Carnage Pets. If Carnage had a hero deck, that'd be interesting. But yeah, you can add these in. It'll tell you how to do it on this side of the card and this one. And I will be giving away both of these for free. And people will be like, why? That's dumb. You could make a ton of money. I don't want to. That's not why I got into the hobby, is to say I want to cash in on this stuff. I want people to enjoy Marvel United. I hate that people have to pay $125 for this. You know what this cost me? 10 minutes. That's it. It wasn't, I didn't even have to stand in line for this. It wasn't, oh, well, you have to stand in line. You didn't. You just went to the Spin Masters booth and you demoed a game for 10 minutes and they gave it to you. 10 minutes of my life. I'm not going to charge you $125 for that. It's stupid. So instead, I'll be giving this away for free. When did you get it? When did I get... Oh, sorry. I got to catch up on reading. Sarah, you've probably been asking me like 30 questions and I haven't answered any of them. What is the Symbiote deck? The Symbiote deck is an add-on deck that you can take one of the symbiotes and add it to a hero. Playing it that way is kind of helpful, like how the team decks work. The other is you can play the decks themselves as like a 12-card deck. It's just all the symbiotes fighting together. If you want, so there's many ways to do it, but it was a promo that came with this. What do you think of the Multiverse box? What did we think of this box? Steve and I'll talk about that on Saturday. So we'll talk about that on Saturday. But we have good and bad things to say about this box. Good and bad. But we'll talk about it for sure. Yep. I'm going to skip over the horrible word that people have posted. Now I want a hybrid mini. Yeah, and I think they'll either do that or someone like Big Head Chibis or someone will make these, and then you could print them out and have them. Sidekicks. Thank you. Yes, they're sidekicks. Chris, you're cruel, man. Let's see. Are you basically Carnage for... Call them what you want. In DC, they're called sidekicks, but we know what they are. Oh. Carnage absolutely hates them in the 90s comics. He called them the Abominations. Scalping sucks. Yes. When did you get these? I got these at GenCon, and all it took me was 10 minutes of my life to get both, actually. I went up there and I was like, oh yeah, I got one of these. And then I said, hey, I hate scalpers and I would like to give one of these away for free. Can you slip me another one? And they said, sure, take one. And I got 2 to give away for free because, yeah. My friend said they didn't have any on Saturday. Oh, No, I got mine on. I got all of them on Thursday. So yeah. Hey Kate, what's going on? I got them on Thursday. I got them. Actually, I got them on Thursday and Friday, and I didn't touch the haul on Saturday. Thank you, Brian. You shouldn't give me ammunition to bug you with on Sunday. Yeah. So this, just look forward to this being giveaways. What I don't know if I want y'all to have to wait until my pledge comes in. I'll talk with Steve. I might do these as a giveaway on Saturday. This I do want to play live on stream, but after I've played all the villains and the heroes and you've seen it all, I'll then do a giveaway of that. But these two I'll give away on Saturday, and I'll chat with Steve on how that can work, right? Y'all are coming to hang out with us. Get some free symbiote decks. There you go. Boom. Giveaway. Done. What else did I buy? Oh, I went to, so Kate, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Kate. This is for you because these are Kate's cards. These are not for giveaway. They have been earmarked for Kate Westerfield. Okay? But I want to show it to you. I played the Arkham event where I got to play Midnight Gala. I played with Stacy and Janet, and it was the Midnight Gala scenario is fun. Period. I won't talk about the event, but the Midnight Gala scenario you all will like that standalone scenario. It's very interesting how it works. It's not doing anything new, so I probably say don't look on there for it to be like, oh, this is a brand new mechanic. That I think the only brand new mechanic that it had on it was something called a new keyword called spellbound is what it was called, and it was if an ally asset is spellbound, this could be your dog, right? Guard dog, or Pete Silvestri, or who's the other one people like to use? Who's the other one that people like to use? But whatever it is, if they become spellbound, you actually take their card and turn it face down. And you lose access to them completely. You don't discard them to your discard deck. Yeah, Dr. Milan, Leo DeLuca, right? You don't discard them to your discard deck. You actually turn the card face down, and they're just kind of in a daze and they stop working. So that's the new spellbound effect. I don't. Is it an exile? They don't leave the game. You can get them back, but until you get them back, they're basically locked on your board and locked on you. Now, I don't know. I do not know if you can. I don't think you can discard them. I think they lock the slot, but I don't know that for sure. Please take that with a grain of salt. I just know for that specific scenario, when they locked, you couldn't move them. They were stuck. So just know that spellbound is a new keyword coming from Arkham. But when we finish, we got the promos. These are Kate's cards. Kate, as you can see, they are unbent. I did not truffle shuffle them. So let's take a look at your new cards. So there's basically a new nice art for Sparrow Mask. So it's just all pretty and friendly and lovely set up. So limit 1 mask per investigator, use 2 offerings. People who play Arkham know this card very well. It's just very lovely, beautiful art that's on it. The next one is Mouse Mask. That is on there as well. Lovely, lovely art that's set on there for you. These are all Kate's cards. I can only get one. If I could have gotten more, I would have gotten another set and done a giveaway, but Fantasy Flight was being very, we'll talk about it on Saturday. We will talk about it on Saturday. But they were being interesting, but the scenario was good. Mouse Mask that's set up for you to do. There is Fox Mask that comes along as well. And finally, the last one is Cat Mask. Yeah, so these are... I promised her, because Kate is amazing and she always builds game decks for me, that if I go to an Arkham event, any promos I give to her. So she got last year's too, where I got the Blob the upgraded, like the experiment blob thing. I played that scenario, and then I sent all that to her. So those are the promos from Arkham. So if you see anybody with them, this is what they look like. They all got the flower stuff and all pretty stuff and whatnot. So there you go. So these will be taken care of. I got a whole special protective sleeve to slide these in, Kate, before I mail them to you. That's coming your way. Kate also pays Derek back shipping because Canada's shipping is stupid. Effigy has been relegated to card games and seems like a shell of what they used to be. Amalgamus, I have more to talk about that on Saturday. This is the loot stream. I want to talk to y'all about so much about that, but Steve will slap my hand. The other promo I got, because I've gotten into Marvel Legendary in a big way, is the Marvel Legendary promo. So if anybody plays Marvel Legendary, this is the promo for this year, which is Spider-Man Miles Morales art for Jump Dimensions. And if you don't play Legendary, you have no idea what any of the stuff means. But if you do, then you can soak it in and enjoy the promo card that came out this year. And yes, I put this up there because there was an official announcement by Upper Deck that they are releasing Marvel Legendary 2nd Edition. The 2nd Edition I don't want anybody else to think that, oh, I have 1st Edition, I have to throw that all away. You don't. The 2nd Edition is a repackaging of the 1st with updated villain cards. So like the Mastermind cards have been tweaked and updated. For instance, from what I understand, from what Steve's told me, Red Skull is the easiest person to fight in the game, but now he's been tweaked to be on par with the rest of the characters, and they've added in another I think 2 other Masterminds, and the card art has changed as well, and they've tweaked the heroes as well. So Black Widow isn't overpowered anymore. Now they will be properly streamlined across the decks. They made it that way so that people who already have Legendary Core can buy this and get new content instead of doing it. I don't think there'll be an upgrade kit, Brian. I think it's going to be you have to buy the 2nd Edition, which I don't mind. I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to buy the 2nd Edition, but this is one of those cards that is kind of going to be part of that whole thing. What do we got? And because we're on Legendary, I got the 2 packs of the small packs that I wanted, which is Spider-Man 2099 and Deadpool. I heard this one, a lot of people say they don't like it, but it's funny, it's fun. You can play it one time and then be good with it. And then this one is the latest pack that came out. Yeah, and this is the latest pack that came out, which was Spider-Man 2099 for Marvel Legendary, which you will be seeing a lot more on the channel because Steve made me like Steve force-fed me the game until I liked it. He locked me in his dungeon, told me that's all I could play, took away all board games, food, water, a bucket. Like, he even took away the bucket for stool and said that I had to play Marvel Legendary until I liked it. Yeah, so I like it. I think it's going to be fun. Ooh, I'm getting closer. Yeah, I'm getting closer. The next game I picked up was this game, Comic Hunters. This game is about a bunch of comic book fans trying to get the best collection. That's what it is. It's kind of a I don't even want to call it a drafting game, but I think it's a drafting game more or less, of you trying to get the best, and then at the end of it you have to buy the comics for your collection and you do scoring. It's a it plays 1 to 4 player, but it is a competitive game that's set out there. This was the game that I demoed to play. I picked this game up only because this is going to be part of the giveaway as well, because I'm sure that a lot of people were interested in checking this out and playing it, where I got to play this game 3 times so that I could get my Symbiote decks, but I played it 3 times. It wasn't for me, but it may be for someone else where you're trying to build up the collection. Yeah, see, like Pumpkinhead says, Comic Hunters is fantastic. So there's a lot of people who are going to love this game. I got this game purely because I know there's some people who can't pick it up or it's not in their region, and I'll do it as a giveaway and I can ship it to you. You pay shipping, you get the game that you couldn't get before. Okay. All right. For the game that I did not pay for, all those I paid for the game I did not pay for, I want to say, I'm gonna say a name and y'all are gonna be like, oh my god, I know what it is. I want to say a huge thank you to Andrew Santorum. There was I forgot who it was, but someone on their chat was like, hey, can Derek, have you reached out to Derek for him to try to play the game? And they hadn't, because they don't know who I am. I've not really formally introduced myself. And so I wrote to them saying, hey, I'm the guy from the chat thing. I don't have 30 billion subscribers. And Andrew reached out and he was like, oh, I could do a demo for you. I could do a demo for you if you'd like. And so Chris, who's in the chat, Steve, and myself, Colin came with us, and Jen was with us, and we went after hours. Like the hall was closed and everything, and they said, "Hey, we got to demo it. I got to play it. It was fun. It was so much fun." And so I said, "So, hey, man, buddy, can I get a copy, a review copy?" And he said, "Sure." So I gotta push back to lift this. Oh my god. I got it. I got an Elder Scrolls. So in my excitement, this is what I do. Okay, to tell you how small this channel is or how much I don't know yet, right? Because I haven't been in the industry like a bunch of people who already got this game. But in this, when I got this, I was like, oh, okay, well, it's kind of like that preview copy where, there's just one mission in here and that's it. That's all that's in here. Nothing more, nothing less, and then I'm supposed to play it and then ship it off to somebody like how you do prototype copies. And Steve was like, what are you talking about? It's the whole game. It's like, what? And you get to keep it. I was like, oh boy. So I need to hide that. I need to read that before I do the thing. But yep, it's the whole shebang. And this thing is a beast. It fits in a calyx, but it's a table beast. But yeah, it is the whole preview. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm so excited. But yeah, it's the whole shebang. All the good stuff. I mean, you've seen them do the unboxing, but all of it's in here, and it's gorgeous. Tutorial guide. This, I promised Steve and Colin that I'm going to read this. This is the rule book is 97 pages, and I'm going to read through all of it. And then we are going in. We're going in on this bad boy. Yeah, the box, that's okay. I don't mind that. The box is damaged. It isn't going to hurt my feelings. But we got the Skyrim Gazette. And I was curious about this, is like with the Skyrim stuff and all this other, if it's just going to be mini things that they added. But no, they have story. And as Barrett would call this, Barrett called this the Crocodile Gazette. Yes, he did. Morrowind, High Rock. Man, I don't know how Andrew was able to put all this stuff back in here, but yeah, all the good things. All the dice, all the chips. He had the very cool special chips on here. Steve read it on the drive home. He had the really cool chips for his demo copy. And I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them because you know I'm stupid, right? I'm gonna get them. I'm dumb. As was pointed out, I like to waste money, and I'm gonna get the stupid chips. So I'm gonna buy those, but bag stuff. All this is just amazing content. You can watch if you've watched the Chips Theory Games one. I don't need to rehash an unboxing, even though I want to dig into all this stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this out because I'm gonna be reading that. That in there. That good stuff. That good stuff. And I need to read through that before I begin. But yeah. Happiness is worth spending money. Yeah, so I got a free copy. I'm super happy about it. But I have to read through. I promised them I would read through this entire book and learn how to play this game so I could teach Colin and Barrett how to play it. I promised them I'd do that. But yeah, I got a free copy. And because we previewed, I got this, which is the GenCon exclusive Elder Scroll. Let me show this up. Look at that. So it's a GenCon. This was a GenCon exclusive. They will sell it. Sorry, it wasn't a GenCon exclusive. It was a GenCon release. I think they will sell it later, but if you were there, you had to get it, and you had to buy something from them to get it. So, but I was able to secure one of these, and don't you worry. I have one specifically for Brian Walbridge. I know he might not be out there, but I got him one. I got one for myself. This one is the giveaway that you're seeing right here. So health, all that good stuff that's on there. And if you flip it over, empowered. And this is going to be a giveaway one. So I'm not selling this. I'm sure there are people who exist in the world that are going to sell it. I'm not. This is going to be part of a giveaway as well. So boom for people. I already have mine and I have Brian's. So we're covered right there. This is going to be the giveaway for someone who has gotten Elder Scrolls and who's interested in getting it. And yeah, so I'll be getting the sign up sheet set up this week, and I'm adding a stipulation to this for people who sign up. The stipulation is for these giveaways, you will not sell these things at higher value than what they should be sold. So. And I'm saying that only because I don't want a scalper to come in and luck out on this and then turn around and be like, hey, I just won this thing. Here's $300 for it. I'm giving these things away so people don't have to deal with scalpers. So I'm putting a restriction on scalpers. Now, later on in life, I'll probably say like, hey, you can sell it for whatever you want after 2 years, but I don't want scalpers getting hands on that. Yes, it is alt art that's on here. So this will be part of the giveaway as well. And put this on top because I plan to read that today. I'm planning to read all into that. The final thing I got. Yes, Elder Scrolls is coming to the channel. You don't have to worry about that. The final thing I got was the Kinfire Delve Playmat. This I wanted because I love Kinfire Delve. I know y'all haven't seen me play it on the channel, but I have been playing it off the channel. And I like this game a lot, so I wanted a playmat, and it has the 3 of them on there. So the Vainglory, this is the latest one that's in Kels's lab. I was not able to get a copy of that at GenCon. However, I pre-ordered it, so my copy will be shipped to me. But I have these other 2 as well. So Playmat, neoprene. Smells so good. Neoprene smells amazing. But yep, this playmat. But that's pretty much it for the GenCon haul. That's what I picked up. These are what I grabbed. I want to tell y'all so much more about GenCon, but I promise, Steve, I'll keep my mouth shut until Saturday, where we will tell you all about the GenCon stuff. But these are all the loot things that I purchased. I'm super happy about it. I don't have any regrets. I go all out, but there wasn't really a lot of stuff that I saw in there that I was like, oh my gosh, I have to pick this up, that I couldn't pick up, that I wasn't fine picking up later. And some of the Gen Con exclusive stuffs I just wasn't going to get to. Like I wanted Undaunted, the Undaunted one, the Space Undaunted one. But the line was so ridiculous, and I think they only brought like, I'm trying to remember what Dan was telling me. I think he told me there was only about 20 copies per day, which is nothing. If you're not at their line at the beginning of the day, you're not going to get it. So I said I'll just pre-order it when it comes in and it'll deliver, because I do want to play that game, but I wasn't willing to stand in a line where I probably wouldn't get it if I didn't show up early. And I only wanted to show up early one morning, which was opening day, to get Marvel. But other than that, I was able to get what I wanted. This video makes me so itchy for Resident in October. It's gonna be good. I think last day they had 80, but yeah, otherwise 20. Yeah, so though I wasn't, and we left early Sunday. If we were there on Sunday, I probably would have went and looked for what was left, but I wasn't willing to kill myself in line for that. There are videos that people have posted. I know Rob and Mel over Rob's Gaming Table, I think he showed you a video of like how many people in the rush on my Discord. I know I posted, Jess, you posted pictures of like when you were looking at the running of the nerds and how much all that stuff was. I was like, I could do that once. I can't do that another day. So I just kind of bounced off of that. But yeah, these are all the loots. This is the biggest surprise for me. I'm very grateful. I'm not gonna act like, oh yeah, this is. I'm very grateful that Andrew was amazing enough to be and kind enough to take a chance on a guy who doesn't have, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers. That they took a chance on me. So I'm definitely not gonna let them down. I will be reading this rule book. It's going to take me a while, you know how I am with rule books, but I plan to read through this entire thing, learn this game, and I plan to play it on the channel. It will be on the channel, no doubt. And I'll probably say within August, I should be getting it on the channel, getting something set up. I didn't get to play Roth. I was more focused on this, getting this demo in, and then moving about. Undaunted looks interesting. Not a fan of realistic war themes, so the previous ones are a no-go for me. That's the same thing for me. I'm not a big fan of the World War games. So with this one coming out of it being space-based and sci-fi, I was interested in checking it out. Yogi, I will reread the rulebook then. Yeah, and that's fine. You know me, I struggle with rulebooks, not because they are not done well. It's just comprehension is hard when I'm not physically playing the game. So I'm going to do everything I can to learn this game as best as I can, and then I will be bringing this. Seemed pretty easy to transition from Too Many Bones to the Elder Scrolls. I hope so. I will read the rulebook too and help out. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. Hey, Pickle, what's going on? But yeah, I'm just thankful they, like I said, I'm repeating myself, but I'm thankful that they took a chance on, I have the biggest set of imposter syndrome ever. I'm like, there's 10 billion other content creators out there. What makes me so special? And they took a chance. So I'm super appreciative of it. So, yes. Hey, Jan. So, I start reading this today, which means for the streams, like for tomorrow, I'll probably play Marvel United tomorrow, because it's a game that I don't have to learn because I know it, right? Steve and I've got the skill, so I'll probably play through I'll chat with Steve, and I'll probably play one of these, and he and Kim will play the other. Maybe. I don't want to speak for him. We'll talk about it. So we'll play that. I'll play that Tuesday. And then while still reading this, Thursday's supposed to be Primal, but I may push that back so I can keep reading this and try to figure this game out. So if anything, Thursday might be another Marvel United game. If anything, so I can keep reading this. And my hope is to be through this book by this weekend. While there are people who could read through this book in a day, I'm not that guy. I need to recheck, double check, read it again to make sure I comprehend it, set this up and try to play through. So I'm all about figuring this out. What do we got? Your content is fun and authentic. That's what makes you special. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yes. So for people who just are arriving to the stream, Kate, let me take this off here so people don't think I'm giving this away. This is yours. So let me move this over here. Nope, not that either. These will be giveaways. The Elder Scrolls Special GenCon promo, the 2 Symbiote decks, and when my Multiverse All-In arrives, I will be giving this away. Right? So that's kind of, these are the giveaways right here. Oh, and this. Sorry, and this. There we go. Very few content creators or production personnel that you do. Hold your head up high, man. Thank you, Wolfie. Thank you. But yeah, these will be, and I'm gonna talk with Steve because it's his channel. I want to make sure I respect his channel to see how he wants to do this. If he wants to do the giveaways then or not, and I will get these out the door to people. Whoever wins that. And probably do a giveaway of this as well for whoever wins that. But these are going to be the giveaway items, for sure. And if those are the giveaway items, then my Gen Con haul in total, I'll just kind of do this, that, put these over here on the side, and I'm just going to put the book here. This is my Gen Con haul. Fate Forge, yes, but I promised them I would get this out soon, and I want to adhere to that. So, but Fate Forge, I will play more of it. I will be playing more of it, just not yet. And I knew this would happen. I planned for this. This is why I just did kind of the introductory of Fate Forge, to see what was there. But that is my Gen Con haul. These are for you all because I love you all to death. You all are my favorite people and why I keep doing what I do. So this is me showing you how much I care. And this is for me. So this is for me to learn. But I will be bringing this to the channel within this month. I just have to understand. I want to learn how to play it. And you will see a solo-based playthrough of the Elder Scrolls to see how they play. So, yeah. That's a Gen Con haul. Any questions? I guess if anybody has any questions, or I got a wall to scroll back up and read. Ask your questions while it's going through. If the questions are about the Gen Con experience, I will not be answering them here. I will be answering them on Saturday on the co-op chat over at Co-op Guild. We're going to spend some time, go through everything that happened at Gen Con. I will talk about the events I went through, what went well, what didn't go well, my favorite game of the con, my favorite release of the con, and we'll go through all that stuff. Let's see, what do we got? Any questions? Yes, no, I didn't get to play Roth. I answered that one. Second Multiverse core. Yep, for giveaway. Let's see. Can't wait to watch you play. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I'm definitely pushing to learn that. How cool is it to hang out with Jess? Jess is cool. Jess was amazing. Jess hung with me on Thursday, I think. Yeah, she hung with me Thursday. But I ran into her multiple days. But yeah, we hung out. Jess is just a cool lady. Did you bring back non-game stuff from Gen Con? No. No. A sore throat, maybe? No, no. I wish I. No, nothing non-Gen Con, non-game related from there. I used to be a consecrated, but then I got an arrow to I got better. So I've been binge watching your Marvel Champions playthroughs. Do you plan on doing the campaigns for these games? Yes. I blame Colin. So I've been playing Marvel Champions, but I was playing it two-handed, which posed a little bit of some struggle and a lot of time to play. But I saw Colin play one-handed, then I reached out to him and was like, how was it? And he said, oh, the games are super fast, they're very quick. And I said, damn it. And so I started playing what you're seeing now. Yes, I will be playing the campaigns. I just wanted to try the hero decks, but my next video, I'm skipping over Guardians of the Galaxy because I couldn't beat the Collector and it was starting to tick me off. So I'm playing the next expansion after Guardians of the Galaxy next. I can't remember which one that is. Are there any games you got that you can't show us? Nope, you've seen everything. This is everything I got. I don't hide stuff from y'all. Like even this, right? This the whole, oh, it should be a secret. Nope, nope, you are my friends. So you get to see everything I brought from Gen Con. Nope. I guess I'm going to have to live vicariously through you for Elder Scrolls. Alexis, then I save you money. So she was there, and she was, and I said, I was like, I saved you money so you can buy more games. See? Hey Greg, what's going on? Do you plan to do a complete 3-act play of Elder Scrolls? I don't know. I don't know what to expect. What I played in Elder Scrolls was something that Andrew set up for us to play. So I don't know. I need to learn the game. Speaking of Marvel Champions, how about a crossover campaign with Colin where you play one scenario, Colin plays the next, back and forth? I wouldn't mind that. I'll check with Colin and see what he wants to do. I wouldn't mind it, but it's up to him. That would be exciting. I'm always down for crossovers. Always, always, always. The Spider-Man one. What did I miss? Did I miss a conversation somewhere? I don't know if I missed the conversation somewhere. Well, I meant like top secret demo copies that have NDAs. No. No, I don't have, I didn't receive any of that. I overheard rumblings of a specific, like, it was in passing completely, but like I was chatting with a developer. This is where I get ambiguous. I was chatting with a developer and he was talking to me about one of his titles that are very well known that he had at Gen Con. And he like leaned over to me and said, he has a big announcement coming soon about an IP game that people are going to go nuts over. And that's all I could say about that. So it's a another video game turned board game that he got the license to. That's supposed to be coming out. That's all I know. That's probably the only NDA based thing that I can say. Yeah, no problem. And I bought one. You do 3 sessions that might take you 2.5 to 4 hours each session. That's not bad. I average that per stream anyway, so cool. Yeah, I might swing that in there for one full playthrough. Yeah, I did one full playthrough of Hoplomachus, so why not do that there? When are we getting the younger... Oh, dear, yawn. Pong the board game. That's it. You figured it out. It's Pong the board game. It's called Work. Work the board game. When you go to the office, you're first assailed for your TPS cover sheets for your reports now. I let the cat out the bag. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about Saturday. Make sure you're there, because if I know why you're coming here to see kind of the Gen Con haul, but when we go over there, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about Saturday, which I want everybody to hear about. Saturday was a fun day of board gaming for everyone. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, okay. We are here. But yeah, that's it. That's the haul. I didn't go too crazy, but tomorrow I will be playing Marvel United for people who are interested in seeing Marvel United. And I'll chat with Steve on if he's interested, if he and Kim are interested to do that, or if he wants to wait and wants me to just play it. He and I will talk about it, and we'll see what it's. And work the board game. The objective is to burn now. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Castlevania board game, here we come. That would be cool, but no. But it's a game it's an IP that y'all know pretty well. Anyway, that's going to be it for this playthrough. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I am about to, for the rest of the day, this is what I'm reading. So that's why I took it out of the box. I'm going to read that, play through it, have a good time with it, and get something scheduled when I feel confident that I can intelligently play the game instead of fumbling like my usual idiot self. And we'll go from there. But yeah, so thanks everybody for joining, patrons, subscribers. And if you're neither, never want to be, and you just come to hang out, see some board games from Gen Con, thank you for coming as well. It's all good. It's all good. So we'll go do your homework, Derek. But until then, I will see you all tomorrow for some Marvel United. But until then, I love you all, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. See you later. Bye-bye.